Welcome everybody back to a brand new episode of the Bro Time Podcast. With me, I have my very good friend from college, Will Wayne. Welcome back to the pod, man.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. So, like you got like a lot of stuff going on. Like you have just gotten engaged, and the wedding's coming up, and you got a new job and stuff, and you're working at the school and everything, and yeah, like helping out at the school. But yeah, anything else new with you? So
Yeah, that's pretty much it. New place to be at here at the school. Being grad assistant over the cottages. Yeah, big life change coming up with getting married here, and I think today is 43 days left till the wedding. So that's awesome. Just getting everything lined up, dotting our T's. Or no, crossing our T's, dotting our I's. Is that how it goes? Yeah. and, we're getting everything finished up. Um, Loving church, getting to serve at a First Baptist Robertsdale in Robertsdale as their interim worship pastor. Lovely church, great people. Really love the staff. It's been just an awesome place for coming out to be at. Excited to just keep being around those folks.
awesome. Yeah, so like you're also part of a musical group which started out as a class project to begin with. Like you like for y'all's final like projects and stuff, but and like y'all made like an actual band and stuff. So it's called Latreo. Is that correct?
That is it, Latreo. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. So now like is that like is the word Greek, and what does that word mean in Greek?
Yeah, so the word is Greek and it means to serve and to worship. It's a verb. The word is found all throughout the New Testament, but an easy way to find it is if you go in Revelation and the last time you see the word worship, you're looking at the word Latreo. And it is what the Make Much band is called here at the school. And almost everybody who worked on that first album was a part of the Make Much band. We're on the ministry team. And it was a name that we had considered when we were writing one of the first songs we ever got to write, but we didn't end up releasing it under that one. And when it got to the point where we are going to release the album, I asked Jerry Beria, he's my boss here, and kind of he's over the ministry team, and so we asked him again because we had considered a few things, but we just really loved that name and would like for it to be named that. And when we asked him this time, he was absolutely all over it. He loved it. He loved people that are getting to work on it, and that the name would be great for it. And that's what it means, Latreo, to serve to worship. And yeah,
That's awesome. Yes. So y'all did 5 songs, correct? And like y'all were working on some more.
yes. So on the first EP, there's 5 songs. There's um, the one that I know is Mephibosheth because that's
Yeah.
what it was called originally. But it's I think well I don't think I know it's shared as um oh my goodness.
Yeah, like here, like I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, like
There's Take All of Me. There's Hope in God. There's There Is a God. There's Grace Upon Us. If
yeah.
I hadn't set out to name them, I'd be fine. I
Uh
just know it as Mephibosheth.
oh yeah,
But yeah,
it's beloved.
oh yeah, Saved and Beloved. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's also funny about that song. The last line of that chorus, Saved and Beloved, it was several things before it was that. Um, because the chorus of it goes, "Yet you saw me, you knew my name, you came and found me. Yet you brought me in, you called me child." And the first version of it said, "And now I'll never be alone again." And when I was writing that, I was like, that doesn't feel right because the whole point of that song is to relate the story of Mephibosheth to our salvation. And while it's amazing that we are never alone, that God's presence is with us, it wasn't really at the heart of what's awesome, which is salvation, that there is this transformation, that there is this being born again. And so I knew when I was writing that the first time, I was like, I don't think that's going to be what we stick with, but I couldn't come up with, what it was going to be. And so I just had to leave it alone for months. And it was very close to the end. I say the end, but it was very close to the time where we recorded it, where I got the line, and now I'm saved and beloved. So like, there's so many names for that song for me. First, it's Mephibosheth because that's what it's based off on. Then for time, it was Yet You because that's the first intro of the chorus, and but it ended up being beloved because of that last line. But yeah, those are the songs, the five, and they each have neat and very encouraging stories to me and those of us that got to work on them personally, and we're still working on more music, and that has been a harder process for us logistically because most of our band members have graduated.
Mm.
We've had a few of us move off, and in the making of that first album, the Lord just moved several things into place to make that happen. And now it's just figuring out what does it look like to make music when most of us are adults and we're, by that I mean working on other full time,
Yeah,
jobs,
yeah,
and we don't all live in the same place.
it's true.
But we have several songs, honestly, a dozen or more songs that are finished, and they just we just need to get them recorded and shared with churches. We got to do a few of them in a few different places, since the first EP was shared. So it's just chugging on along. We're trying to figure things out. This is one of those things that there's not an exact formula for every situation for how to do it. So we're trying. We're working on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, like I got a new movie in the works. It's called The Long Ride Home, and we are actually filming tomorrow afternoon. And but like we're kind of we're jumping around and stuff. Like we're kind of going out of order and things. So yeah, like it's gonna be like a several month process as all movies are made and stuff. So but yeah, like it's based off of the parable of the prodigal son and stuff. So yeah, and it's gonna be based on that story and stuff. So yeah, yeah, like I got some of my church staff on there. Like I got Joe,
That's,
our
yeah.
youth pastors in it, our music ministers. Well, like our worship pastors in it, and our pastors in it. So yeah, and
Yeah.
yep, and then two of my sister's friends are in it as well. So yeah.
I'm excited about that. I remember when you were telling me that, and even more so now that I'm getting to, work at a church, and I've been, quote unquote, working with or at churches for a few years now. That's really cool, and just a sign that you guys got a healthy church and uh, just very community and family oriented church, which is awesome to see. So I'm really excited about this one. I've loved watching new things in the past, but this one I'm really excited about. I'm really really excited about it. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
And we also kicked off our church's podcast. It's called the Lift Up Love Jesus. Wait, no, the Lift Up Jesus Love People podcast, and like we did the introduction 2 weeks ago, and yeah, we're still working on the first episode. Like, yes, like we're doing like at least 2 episodes, or like releasing 2 episodes each month and stuff. So yeah, so so yeah, like we're still kind of yeah, like in that phase of getting them recorded and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, like we got some good topics to talk about and stuff. But like mostly I'm getting everything set up and editing it. Yes, like I'm pretty much out of the spotlight for this one. Well, like the only one I did was the introduction. Like I helped out with that one, but like like it's mainly our pastor that's leading it, and youth pastor, and my friend Tyler Gilmore, who's I like who helps Joe with the youth as the middle school pastor. So yeah,
Cool,
yeah,
awesome.
so yeah, so yeah, like lots of things are happening, but yeah, like it's yeah, a lot of good things are happening. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And so my next question is, I don't know if we talked about this question like the last time I had you on, but who in the Bible can you relate to?
Oh man, one of the first people that I kind of think of, and it's more of a general answer, I can specify. Nicodemus. I
Mm,
think Nicodemus, because in John 3, when I'm reading through that dialogue, the questions that he asked, I feel like would be questions I would ask because one, he shows up and he is being a little bit sneaky about his concerns with Jesus. Like he's meeting in the night. There's a lot of suspicions as to why he's meeting in the night, and he is kind of beating around the bush about Jesus being, the Messiah. And Jesus immediately cuts to the chase and starts talking about the kingdom and being born again. And Nicodemus' response is confused. And he's asking like very, to me, normal, expected questions of, what are you talking about? Being born again? And he's a literal guy. Am I gonna go in my mother's womb again? And
yeah,
then
I
Jesus
mean,
again is like cutting to the chase. He's clear. That was born as flesh, flesh, born as spirit, spirit. Um, don't question it. And Nicodemus is still confused. And there's a little bit of pride that Jesus is addressing. Jesus used this moment to humble Nicodemus, and again, I relate to Nicodemus in that way because I often feel like, man, I need that humility check a lot. I get too big for my britches much too often, and I guess he'd be one that I say I relate to, where he's confused with what exactly Jesus is doing, and he desperately needs Jesus to clear things up. So I'd say Nicodemus.
awesome. Cool. Cool. So yeah, like, these are kind of like icebreaker questions. So where is your favorite place to go on vacation?
Oh man, I have a love hate relationship with it, but I'm gonna say the mountains. And here's why I say love hate relationship. I love the views. I love the privateness of it. I love the family aspect that usually happens when you're in the mountains because you have to go and you go get, groceries, and then you really don't have to leave the cabin unless you're doing like activities and stuff. And maybe it's because I've got to do that a few times with my family, especially recently. Like the most recent trip I went on, we went to the mountains, and I got family roots in the mountains as well. Um, but I just love the mountains, and the hate relationship is the drive up there because it's always like, oh man, one wrong move and we're gonna see the side of this mountain. It's. I remember. Uh, I guess it wasn't this time, but the time before when we went to the mountains, I just got in the floorboard, and I was like, I was much littler then, where
Yeah.
like I could fit all the way in the floorboard, but I just got in the floorboard on the drive up, and I was like, I'm not looking at this. I can't look at this because we could die right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so part of me is like, I hate that aspect, but the overall experience, I usually like that. I do. I like the beach a little bit. I say the mountains just because there's not many downsides with the mountains. With the beach, there's always stuff you have to worry about. Like you gotta worry about not getting sunburned, and usually the beach, any activities down on like the waterfront, and it depends on the beach, but they're more expensive. And then there's always so much you can do when you're on the beach. Like you can only swim for so long. I'm not someone who likes to sit out there.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna say the mountains, locking
Cool.
it in.
Yeah, like I'm actually going to Montana next month, like towards the end of next month, and yeah, it's my first time going, and like I've never been. But like, have you
Mm.
been to Montana?
I haven't been to Montana. I've been to the Smoky Mountains. I've been to Gatlinburg several times, and I really like that area. Really, really like that area.
Next question. Favorite movie?
Oh, this answer changes every time. I love movies. That's one thing. I love watching movies. I'm an easy movie, and by that I mean like my bar for movies is really low. Like there's some movies that are really dumb that people are like, that's so dumb, I'm not watching it. I usually like them. Like
Yeah.
I usually only dislike movies for very petty reasons. Like I didn't like the second Avatar movie because it felt like a money grab. Now cinematically, it was great, all the things. So it's just weird little things. So, but favorite movie, whatever it is right now in this moment. Um, Oh man, I'm trying to think of because I'll usually do like a top 10. So I just gotta pick one movie, best movie of all time.
Yep.
I'll rock this. I will say Toy Story 3. I will say Toy Story 3 because it's one of the movies that like I have a vivid memory of almost crying. Now, again, I was a lot younger when it came out. I can't remember when it came out. I'm not gonna look it up because I feel old. But I remember sitting in the movie theater and the toys are holding hands and they're going down into the pit
Yeah.
of toy lava,
Yeah.
toy Hades, and I'm like there with my parents. And I look, I remember looking at my parents. And I was like, "Are they about to die?" And my parents were like, and my parents just like shrugged. And so like we're there, we're holding hands as the toys are holding hands, going down to their demise in this giant fiery pit.
Yeah.
It's like Dante's Inferno of toys, and like that was just one of the best cinematic experiences I had in a movie. And then they get saved. Spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen it's Toy Story 3. It's probably been out for like a decade now. But they
Oh,
get saved and in such a funny way. And then the characters in that movie are good too. Lotso, it's a pretty decent plot twist. Um, yeah, I like that movie. I
yeah.
do.
Yeah. Have you seen the fifth one? Fifth? I
No,
haven't seen it yet
I
either.
I refuse. That was another one of those like weird little things where I got mad that they made Toy Story 4
Yeah,
because
it wasn't that great to me in my
and
experience.
it felt like it undid everything that it got done up to that point. Like a whole thing of Woody being like loyal to the toys. Toy Story 4 just like spat on that. And
Yeah,
I and it also did feel like a money grab. It's like, hey, we have got three of these movies. I don't know if we need any more. I
yeah.
think I
I
think
mean,
we're
like,
good. And then it made another one and it changed it. Like that one and Cars 3. Is that the one where McCrane crashes?
yeah. Hmm.
Weaned. Yeah. Both of those I was like, I feel like we're just making this for money. And I didn't necessarily love like the new characters that they introduced and they also changed old characters in a way by making those movies. So again, those are just those little petty reasons that
Yeah,
it's like maybe it's not a legitimate reason, but it's like tick me off, you know?
yeah,
And so
yeah.
I,
I
I
get it.
haven't watched five because I was mad at four. I was forced to watch four too. That was like when that one came out. I was dating somebody and our friend group wanted to go watch it and I didn't really want to go, but I had to go.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen five. But five honestly looks funny.
Yeah, like I
Um
mean, like I've heard some good things about it. Like, I think it was better than four was, but I mean, like, yeah, like I'll still watch it either way. But yeah, I do agree with you. Like with three movies, like three should just complete
I mean
any series, any series. So yeah, that's
seriously.
why that's why they call it a trilogy for a reason and stuff.
This is
But
true.
yeah, like the two greatest movies I've seen like recently, like 2 weeks ago, was Spider-Man and The Odyssey. Yeah, like I saw like I went and saw Spider-Man on a Friday night, and then the day after that, I went and saw The Odyssey. Like that, yeah, like that, like that. Both of the same actors, like Tom Zendaya and the guy that plays the
Yeah.
Punisher, is in both of those movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, I was really impressed with the Odyssey. I like the cinematography in there, like how
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan does not use CGI like whatsoever. And I'm like, that was
Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen
uh,
it, but I don't plan to see it. Um
it's really good. I highly recommend.
but I've seen Spider Man and it was
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Awesome.
Spider-Man was really good.
I will
Favorite food.
Oh, that's an easier one. I've always loved. I think these in a pair, but I'll just say 'em. Ham and mac and cheese. If I had to pick one food, it would be mac and cheese.
Mm. Yeah, I just had mac and cheese for supper. Like we went over to Jameson's just down the road, and I got the grilled chicken and we had a side of mac and cheese and sweet potato fries. So yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite band.
I'm gonna go. Almost immediately said Casting Crowns because I have a.
Mm.
I grew up on them. I love them, and Third Day, but I guess I will say, and I include them as one, Shane and Worship Initiative.
Mm.
I'll lock them in as my final answer because I usually am looking to them a lot nowadays. While I grew up on Cast and Crowns and Third Day, and that's really informed so much about me musically, period. When it comes to congregational worship nowadays, just more of the world that I live in, I look more at Shane and Worship Initiative because they're just writing some amazing biblical stuff right now. In these past few years, I think they're really making some good ground in the modern hymn world. So I'll say them. I'm really liking them.
Cool. Um, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I would say super speed. I think that would help so much. I get a lot done. There wouldn't be any traffic. I could just speed. I could, if I could take people with me, super speed. It has to be contingent on that. Like I could just, if Camille and I are going somewhere, I could just pick her up and we'd run to church, and then boom, we'd be at church. Or because pulling out of school, if it's like in that 11 zone, and like for us when we go to church, it's a 40-minute drive technically, but if we leave at like 4, it becomes like an hour and a half drive because of traffic. And so yeah, super speed. I just take us there. We're done. Come right back. It'd be, and like right now, I'm out of deodorant, the one that I usually use. See, if I had super speed, I could just go and get it. But
I mean,
now I'm using like it's my second backup deodorant, and I don't love it, but can't be stanking out there.
yeah. Very. If you were a secret agent, what would your code name be?
Oh man, probably Batman.
That.
I've been called so many nicknames in relation to Wayne. But I think one of my favorites, and if I was a age like a secret spy, I feel like it'd be short. So I feel like Batman would be a go-to because we don't have a Batman in the real world, so it's not like I'm taking anybody's actual name.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it'd be something related to Wayne, either Batman or Mister Wayne or something like that.
Ah, I got you. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Um, okay. So, this is the last question. If you made a movie or a TV series, what streaming platform, what would you put it on and why?
Oh man, good question. Um, I'm gonna say my gut was to say YouTube because it is so easily accessible.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm gonna say Disney because I think they could push it more.
Mm,
While YouTube is more easily accessible, it wouldn't push things out as much. So if you did it through Disney Plus, Disney owns so much today that I think they could advertise it the most, push it out the most. If I'm making a show, it'd be something I imagine that's faith related, and I'd want to be sharing it because you like sharing the gospel, and I want it to get pushed out. So yeah, I guess I'd say Disney Plus 'cause I think that could impact the most people. Now
mm,
I don't know if Disney would release any show that I'd be making because it again would be probably really faith or gospel focused, and it's like, hey, we're gonna share Jesus in some way. And I don't know if Disney would be a
yeah.
fan of that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but like definitely like there like needs to be more like Christian content on platforms like Netflix, Hulu, definitely Hulu because I could barely see any Christian content on Hulu. And Paramount Plus.
yeah,
There's barely any like with Netflix. It has like a little bit. Prime Prime is starting to get a little bit in some areas.
more and more of it. Yeah. What's
Yeah,
the Chosen on? I can't.
Prime,
Is the Chosen on? Is Prime? I
Prime.
thought it was Hulu for a
Yeah,
period of
like
time.
it was on Prime. It was on Peacock at one time, but I think Prime mainly got a hold of it. So yeah, it's
Um,
streaming on one platform. So
and
yeah.
the Promised Land is on Prime now too. I think it was
Uh-huh.
one that I thought of for the YouTube because it started out on YouTube.
Yeah.
It did so well that it got picked up by
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah, like I got Angel Studios, and I watched all the seasons on there. And there's a few good movies and shows. You know, like the one that just dropped earlier was a movie about George Washington. And like
Yeah,
we
I've heard
went and
about that.
saw, I saw it in theaters, and it was really good. It's called Young Washington, but like yeah, like and they're making a sequel to it called
Okay.
1776. So yeah,
Okay.
like when he
I
became.
heard about that one. Yeah, but I didn't know that they were making a second one. So that's neat.
So yeah, pretty neat. So yeah, a lot of good stuff is coming out, and Angels Angel has a lot of good stuff that's coming out in the fall. So yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's all the questions I have, and like we got like 9 minutes left. But anything else you want to add or talk about?
Oh man. Yeah, I mean you're the host, man. It's whatever you're thinking. Anything about Latreo that you want to know I could answer, or anything with the other movies I've got to work on with you. I didn't get to catch the podcast where you kind of look back at the movie. So whatever you want to know, man, I'm up to talk
Oh,
about.
yeah, well, like I feel like I've asked you these questions before, but so basically on the last episode that we did, we just pretty much recapped the whole Reaper trilogy, and like I mentioned some of the scenes that you were in, like you were the president of the United States, but if you could summarize it like real quick, like what were your favorite scenes and what did you most like about like making those movies?
Yeah, it was just fun. The whole time it was fun, and it was just really neat and a cool thing that happened here at UM. Like I remember Camille did not know that you guys did that, and when I brought her to the last premiere, like I can't remember if it was in Bedsole or the Commons, but we like showed up and they were like 30 to 50 people there. Or maybe more. There's a bunch of people there. She was like, oh my goodness. I was like telling her that, you're making a movie. She's thinking, okay, it's one of us just making a movie. We'll show up. It'll be a few friends that worked on it. It won't be that many people. And she was like blown away. And my favorite part about, making those little short films is it really did become kind of just a community building thing at UM. And
Yep.
like, it didn't start with you, but it arguably, reach the most people with you, where like people just show up and have a good time, and I love that aspect of it. Where yeah, it's a little bit weird when you're wearing a dress shirt and you're running around in the woods and you're filming on your phone. Like when you're
Yeah.
doing that, you're like, are we normal? But then
Yeah, I know, but
you
like yeah.
but then you show up on like a Saturday night and you got a box of Doritos and a box of, sodas, and everybody's there and you're like, hey, we made this short film and everybody's there to have a good time. And it's just cheap, good fun, which is rare nowadays. And so I love that part of it. And it is fun just to play the characters too. I didn't get to do like a lot of theater in high school. I did it for like a year, but it was fun. And so just story writing and doing like action sequences, it's just fun because a lot of times it's just folks like hanging out and doing fake jumps at bullets and things like that. So
Yeah.
it's fun for the people making it. It's fun for the people watching it, and
Yep, yeah.
it's just simple, and I like simple, good fun. So that was my favorite just thing.
Cool. Yeah, like yeah, like it's just cool to see like everything just come together and stuff like that. It's lots of fun. So. All right, Will. Yeah, so like if you had to rank the Reaper movies, which one was your favorite to your least favorite?
My favorite was definitely the third. I thought it wrapped up really well, and I do like movies that have, I guess, say either more realistic or more tragic plot points. And this might be a spoiler for anyone who's not watched Reaper 3, but in Reaper 3, you see a lot of deaths. And I think that values that. Like having all your best characters live to the end, I think is just not and shouldn't be how the movie ends. Like if it's really the hardest hardship that the main character deals with, then there should be some losses. And so I really like that one. I like the second one, probably second is because that's one I got to do a lot with. I got to be all the action shots. That was really fun to make. So that's part number two. And then probably just the first one be third. But you have to have the first one to have the other two. So I mean, it's so those I really just like them each for different reasons. I like the the third one because of the plot. I like the second one because of the fun, and I like the first one because it's just kind of the OG on the trilogy.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome, man. All right, Will, thank you for joining me on the pod, and just can't wait to see what God has in store for you in the future. And you have to looking forward to what things ahead. So, would you close us out with a verse in prayer?
absolutely. I will point to an entire psalm. Actually, it was one that we did in Make Much last night. No, Thursday night. So 2 nights ago, in Psalm 62, and I believe it's verse 8 or 9, where it's saying, "Pour out your hearts before Him and trust Him at all times." And if you listen to the song by Shane and Shane, it's called "My Soul." It pairs it with another verse that speaks about being a refuge for us. And this is a psalm and a song for the people of God and how we can trust in the Lord, even though there are difficulties in this world, and that He commands us through His Word, through the psalmist David, to pour out our hearts. We're not to withhold anything from the Lord. There's no use in it because He already knows, and He commands us to do it because it's good for us to do it to our Father. He is kind and good. So I'll leave us with that verse, and I'll close this in prayer.
All right.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for this podcast. Thank you for Tyler, that he has a heart and a desire to pour into people in his communities and to his friends and involve them in things like this that are just really neat and good fellowship. To continue to use him and bless him in this way, and to continue to use him at the church he's at and with his family where he is at, and that he'll just continue to be a joy and a brightness to those around him, that you continue to save the lost, Lord, and the gospel will be a lovely reminder to us every day that we can remember the cross, that we will remember your resurrection and the resurrection to come with hope and faith and love of who you are and all that you are doing. We thank you, Lord, for all the things you do that we have no knowledge of, and we give you all the glory. We pray this in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us on the Road Time Podcast, and we'll see y'all on the next episode. Take care.